So for the past 40 days, I've been doing the Rocksmith 60-day challenge, which is where for an hour a day you sit down and you play Rocksmith. At the end of it, you're supposed to have a six-pack. You're supposed to be able to play guitar, and it works pretty well. On the surface, you know, you probably know Rocksmith as the game that's Guitar Hero with the real guitar. And yes, it's fine, but you know, it can start to get like a little redundant after like 20 hours. But that's where Rocksmith's hidden gem comes in. Do you remember the Musician guy's mission?
A game that combines the addictive features of computer games with guitar exercises.
So Rocksmith pretty much took this approach and hit it out of the park with their technique games. What these are essentially flash games that are based around like different guitar techniques that are essential to your development. And some of them are really, really good. Some of them. But luckily for you, I've made a comprehensive list where I break down every single game. And I've ranked them from worst to best based on how fun they are and how good they are for practicing their respective techniques. Now, is there a bias based on how good I am at each game? No. I did try to be as objective as I could be based on my experience, and I gave every game a fair go. I got like a high score of at least 10 million in most of them. Not the brag. But no, my point is I tried to spend a fair amount of time with each game so I could be as qualified as possible to make this list. Number 11 is Hurdling Hurdles. Full disclosure, I'm bad at it, but I also don't care. So it's intended for you to practice tremolo. And how it works is basically the speed that you pick controls the speed of your racer, and you mute the strings to make your guy jump. I know it sounds exhilarating, it's just not that fun, and it's also not a good way to practice tremolo. A traditional way to practice tremolo would be to set a metronome and then pace your picking to the metronome and speed it up as you want to go faster, whereas this is just kind of sporadic. I'd rather play quad.
Apparently this guy has no bones or cartilage.
Number 10, Gone Wailin'. Gone Wailin's a volume dynamics game. How it works is the amplitude that you play your guitar controls the intensity of the spout. No, like, it's fine. It's just kind of useless. Like, volume dynamics isn't really something, you know, most guitar players have in their practice routine. If you were to practice it, it'd probably be in the context of playing with other people. It's not really something that you just do by yourself in your room and be like, wow, good practice today. Number 9 to 7. The reason I'm grouping these three together is because, you know, I found that they're all like, okay. And it's hard to be like, this one's more okay than that one. So no particular order. Scale Warriors. You remember those old school arcade fighting games where there was like 2 buttons and you just go back and forth? I never really played them, I don't know if that's accurate. But that's what it feels like. So how the game works is you'll be in a scale, and then notes within that scale will come up. The basic bad guys will be on one string, so you'll basically just like go back and forth. It's decent for practicing improvisation because you're not just going through the whole scale. With that in mind, why not practice improvisation? Castlecore. This game is basically a chord pops up on screen and you play it, but yeah, it's fine. Harmonic Heist. You play a harmonic and then your person runs to it and you collect statues. But watch out, there's a security guard. Number 6, Star Chords. Like Castlecore, chords pop up on screen and then you play them and then you shoot enemies. It's pretty much Castlecore. Number 5, Temple of Bends. But no, it's actually really good. Bends are kind of a difficult thing to practice, especially without a guitar teacher, and especially when you're new to guitar. And if you're new to guitar and you haven't quite developed your ear yet, because you're not doing ear training, it can be hard. So this is where Rocksmith's feedback system like really comes in handy, because it'll tell you precisely if you're going to the proper point, and then like you'll develop muscle memory for being like, this is a half tone, this is a full tone, this is a full tone and a half. So yeah, not only is it fun, it's actually a really good way to practice something. Number 4, Redux. It's a fretting game. So this game does a really good job of introducing you to, you know, the entire fretboard. It'll get you really good at being like 3, 9. I also like the gameplay. You know, like at carnivals where there's like the moving targets and you gotta hit them? That's kind of what this feels like, just with your guitar. Plus, even if you're more advanced, then there's the leaderboards and you know, you want to get ahead of the guy ahead of you. So like, even if you're really good, you could still be better at it. Maybe. Number 3, Ninja Slide N. Bye. Now this one's basically the same thing as Redux, just vegan, because you're not shooting ducks. It's the same thing, but with slides. It's really good at getting you to practice a range of distances for slides, and it'll get you really comfortable with the fretboard. Number 2, String Skip Saloon. In this one, you're an honest, hardworking bartender at a nice saloon. But oh no, There are bandits trying to get in, so you gotta kill them. But no, it's a lot of fun, and the theme feels really good. Like I feel like a sleight of hand cowboy. You know, I was doing like finger picking stuff for ages, so when I switched to pick, like it was kind of hard to play the right strings. And this is really good at getting me to practice. And number 1, Scale Racer. So I don't know if it's just me, but I love this game. Like a lot. Basically how it works is you choose a scale, and then within that scale you just play it up and down. Sometimes it'll switch directions, so you'll dodge cars. It'll start to get like really fast. And also, I have like the 61st best score ever in this game. If you have Rocksmith on the computer and you want to add me as a friend, blue light red. Also for Instagram and Twitter if you want to. I haven't posted anything yet, but I will. I'll follow back if you follow.